Hello. Let me go ahead and put my byline up here. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. I am not going to do my full intro right now because I'm sure I have my evergreen intro splash video, whatever the heck it is. So I'll do it after there. But we are doing an unboxing tonight, and this is a true unboxing, which I know that I really love. I know that you guys really love my first initial impressions of a deck. And so we are diving in tonight into a box that Llewellyn sent me of decks, and this is going to be our deck of the month for card of the day polls. It is the Yuletide Tarot. So notice that sheen. I'm telling you, true unboxing. I have my embroidery scissors right here ready to go to slash into this baby carefully. So yeah. Hello, Jenny. Nice to see you. So yeah, let me pull up our intro video and then I will be back in 20 seconds. Let me see. Our evergreen intro video. And then I'll be back once it uploads. There we go. Okay. See, I told you it was quick. All right. Be back in 20 seconds. All right, and we are back. So hello, real intro. Hello, welcome to another edition of Tarot by Hilary Live. I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, here to demystify the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. This is one of my own firmly held beliefs. I think that everyone has access to their intuition, and it's a muscle like any other, and you can build it with practice. So I connect with my intuition through the tarot and cartomancy. You may connect with your intuition in different ways, and that's completely okay too. So, like I was saying before our intro video, tonight's episode is unboxing the Yuletide Tarot with art by Erin O'Leary Brown and the written book by, or interpretations by Kristoffer, or I hope I'm pronouncing Kristoffer correctly, Kristoffer Hughes. Hope, warmth, and tarot cheer for the most wonderful time of the year. I figure, this is a box of, decks, oracle decks, and tarot decks, and a Kipper deck too, that I got from Llewellyn to review and feature and, talk about on Card Slingers or my own podcast. So I figured it's the time of year for the Yuletide Tarot. So why not make this the deck of the month for card of the day polls? I think it makes sense. So there was no card of the day today, simply because I didn't get around to it. And also because I started a tapping advent calendar over on my new Gram of Insta page, specifically for tapping. That is Tapping by Hilary. It's pretty easy to remember. If you know Tarot by Hilary, you can easily remember Tapping by Hilary. So that's my new Instagram page for tapping videos and tapping related stuff. So I decided to do a tapping advent calendar based on the 22 cards of the major arcana of the tarot, because you know me, I can't not talk about tarot. And I think that tarot and tapping together is such a very natural combination, but I wanted to show people that maybe didn't think it was so natural. I mean, like, I just naturally combine tarot with pretty much anything. So I decided to do a tapping advent calendar. So one tapping video each day for the first 22 days of December. So today on Tapping by Hilary, we did tapping on issues and topics around the Fool tarot card numbered 0. And if you didn't see me yawning on the video on the tapping, it's not because the yawning wasn't happening. The yawning happened after. I think it was just because I was the practitioner and I was the person leading the tapping. Oh my goodness, I yawned my face off after I hit stop on that live. So that is available over on that platform. Instagram.com/tapping by Hilary. You can go check it out now or later, please, later, so that you don't miss out on the unboxing of the Yuletide Tarot. But first and foremost, we have our regularly scheduled pillars of the broadcast, which is the Astrobiz Digest, the astro-weather, from Teresa Reed's wonderful Astrobiz Digest. We will have hopefully the mid-episode reading, in which one lucky viewer will win a 3-card reading with me live on the broadcast. I do have my reflective tarot here, and also a Lenormand deck. My Sarin Song Lenormand is also here. So maybe a combination of the two, or maybe I'll pull just one card from the Yuletide Tarot for you. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then at the end, the weekend forecast, which is either an oracle card or an affirmation card or a tarot card, so that you can enter the weekend prepared and not scared. And of course, the main topic of tonight's episode is the unboxing of the Yuletide Tarot, in which I will give you my first impressions and reactions, talk about the packaging, give you a little rundown of what the cards look like, all of that kind of first impression kind of stuff, my thoughts and opinions on this deck. And then you'll see how that plays out over the next month, because I will shuffle and I will pull from this deck for card of the day draws on my social media, which is Tarot by Hilary. If that sounds good to everyone, let me know in the chat. Also, if this is your first time here, or your second time here, or your 50th time here, please let me know that you're watching in the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I would love to hear it. I am broadcasting from the great state of New York in the United States. I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. And that is true whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay. I would love to hear it. So let me go ahead and hydrate myself, and I will pull up the Astrobiz Digest so that we can see what's going on in the stars tonight or over the last week, and then what's happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yes, I am having a brewski, Mermaid Pilsner. Fran, so nice to see you, Fran. Fran is tuning in from Nashville. I've heard such good things about Nashville. I think I need to go there. Someday, some way, I will make it there. All right. And I'm going to pull up the AstroBiz Digest on my phone this time around so that I'm not looking at 50 different tabs. And by the way, if you're hearing screaming, yelling, cursing, it is Friday Night Fights, in which we video game, and that is going on in the other room while I'm doing my broadcast. So never fear, no one's getting murdered. It's all competition, it's all good fun happening in the background. So, and hopefully I have all of my noise canceling stuff on, my noise canceling headphones, my snowball microphone over here. So hopefully we are sounding professional. But if you happen to hear things, it's because there's gaming going on in the other room. I would love that, friend. Come, and I will show you a Mr. Tarot by Hilary around. We might take you up on that. Honestly, I'll have to let him know. He's in the other room right now. All right. AstroBiz Digest. It is a new month. Where is my labels? Why can't I search anything? All right. There's the monthly summary. I would like the weekly, please. Mercury sliding into Capricorn on the 1st, so that's happening. That's happening right now as we speak. I don't need to change the label. I don't need to change the label. I just need more of the label. Oh, hold please. Just here, even with the noise canceling, I'm hearing, oh no! I think they're playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Shredder's Revenge, something like that. Like, we're kicking it old school tonight. Bomberman might also be happening. That might be in the rotation. Okay. Oh, yes. And of course, the full moon. All right. So, what I like to do with the AstroBiz Digest is I like to highlight the main big transits that are going on during this week, and then we'll focus on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I want to give you a taste of the AstroBiz Digest rather than giving you like the whole thing and giving it away. I want to be able to feature Teresa's work rather than just giving away the farm, because that's not cool. And let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. If you're not sure what I'm talking about when I'm saying the AstroBiz Digest, it is this right here. And that doesn't look good. There we go. So the AstroBiz Digest is a $99 subscription for the year. Astrology in layman's terms, straight to your inbox. It is fantastic. It is geared towards entrepreneurs and business owners, but I have found it to be personally helpful in other areas of my life. And let me go ahead and display the link. So if you want to purchase it for yourself, it's thetarotlady.com/AstroBiz Digest. The link is in the chat. Okay, so the full moon in Gemini ends November on a lovely note. This lunation is ideal for celebrating wins, completing deals, and finishing writerly tasks. A post-holiday gathering with your team would be a nice way to honor achievements. If you prefer a quiet night jotting down plans for 2024, that's groovy too. Mercury enters Capricorn on December 1st at 9:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that has already passed. This transit of the messenger planet prefers grounded, practical thinking and communication. Whether you're negotiating a deal or posting on social media, it's best to keep it real. Well, I always keep it real, so that's neither here nor there. I always try and keep it authentic and real, so it's also a dynamite time for strategizing. No matter how challenging a situation may seem, this transit will help you find the common sense way through it. Wow, that makes so much sense considering I did my first tapping video for the tapping advent calendar at 11/11 So at least we were kind of within the Mercury entering Capricorn, and those general themes about keeping it real on social media, when I was doing that. So that's nice. All right, are we ready for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Give me a hell yeah in the chat and let me know. So Friday. So today, Friday, December 1st, the moon is void at 8:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time after opposing Pluto. So it's best to move slowly into your day. Tie up loose ends rather than starting new things. The big news, Mercury is in Capricorn for a few weeks, beginning at 9:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which we already just talked about. Once the moon enters Leo at 11 a.m., it's time to roar. Again, that's when I did my tapping video. The weekend is well suited for presentations, PR campaigns, live streams, hi, and entertainment. Capture their attention with glitzy, big-hearted productions. Be sure to don every sequin. The Moon-Mars trine at 9:48 p.m. is stellar for marketing or gatherings. Either one gives you a stage to make noise. Well, we're gathering tonight for Friday Night Fights, so that's kind of fun. So Fran said, hell yeah, about continuing the AstroBiz Digest. And Christina is here. Hello, Christina. Welcome to the broadcast. Nice to see you. So for Saturday and Sunday, the astrology, Saturday is terrific, beginning with the moon-sun trine at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This puts pep in your step and amplifies creativity. You can express yourself boldly, so grab every mic. Mercury sextile Saturn at 10:27 a.m. keeps mental discipline in ample supply, perfect for tasks that require concentration, and it's also dope for serious conversations. You can find the right words no matter the situation. Ooh, I like that. If you need to sign a contract, it's nifty for that too. Host a healing discussion when the moon trines Chiron at 6:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can work it out. Sunday finds Venus locked in a square with Pluto at 8:29 a.m. Power struggles with high maintenance types or shitty peers makes it hard to get anything done. Although the moon will be in productive Virgo at 10:50 p.m., it's best to avoid work today if you can help it. The mood is too wonky. So get back into the saddle on Monday. Both days, Saturday and Sunday, are power days for Leo and weekdays for Aquarius. Oh, and that's true of Friday too. Power day for Leo, weekday for Aquarius. All 3 days. All right. So that is the astro weather from Teresa Reed's wonderful AstroBiz Digest. Again, highly, highly recommend it. Does anyone have any questions about any other times this week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? If you were feeling a little bit weird, had an argument with someone, or there was just an odd vibe in the air and you want to know if there was an astrological reason why, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we will move on to the unboxing of the Yuletide Tarot. And I'm going to have another sip of my brewski. And I think I put on too much lipstick because I'm seeing it. Look. Christina says, I am feeling bushed. LOL. You're not wrong. I think it's been the the full moon last weekend, I believe it was. That was it was a full moon, and I think it was an eclipse, and then it landed on Black Friday weekend, and it was just a lot of energy. And I don't know about you, sometimes with a full moon, I'm either incredibly energized or I am just completely depleted and I feel like I need to sleep for 3 days. So, and it's never between, it's never a moderate median thing. It's either one extreme or the other, really, really tired or really, really jazzed. Never in between. So I get you. Yeah. Daylight savings. Daylight savings time. It's a real thing. Oof. Yeah. And also today it was raining here. So it was raining and drizzly and overcast and just like ugh. But apparently astrologically, it's a good day. So, honor your feelings, drink your water, honor your feelings, give your body what it's asking you. Like if you can go to sleep early, go to sleep early. Do those things, take care of yourself. Yeah, Fran says here too. It's just been weird. And I have been feeling all achy as well. Like we shouldn't our bodies should not be barometers for the weather, but unfortunately I guess you hit a certain age and you're just like, oh, the weather is coming. I feel the weather coming in my back. So I can get behind that. Fran says my body wants wine and chocolate. Give your body what it wants. Give your body what it craves. Oh, and Katie's here. Hello, Katie. Welcome. You just missed the AstroBiz Digest, but you can catch it on the replay. So no takers. Does anyone want me to look at the astrology or astrology for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday? What was it? What did I do? I was off on Monday, but Sunday was just like, oof. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Wednesday morning I had a little bit of a thing. But the moon was in Cancer. So that meant the public was sensitive, must be careful about what you say. Yeah, that definitely happened on Wednesday for me. Um Christina asks, I'm wondering if I will be more energized by Monday. It sounds like Sunday is a bit of a crapshoot, but Monday might be a little bit better. I don't have the AstroBiz Digest for Monday, but I do have the summary. So let me take a look and see what the summary says, what the power days are or the weekdays are. Is Monday the 4th? If Monday's the 4th, Venus in Scorpio on the 4th. Hot colors, intimacy, exclusive deals, gorgeous photos, playful content. Instead of nice, get naughty. Seduce the public by keeping a bit of mystery in your PR materials. Rather than spilling the beans, a glimpse will create intrigue. Hubba hubba. And it's a power day for Virgo. So you might be feeling it a little bit more, feeling your vibe a little bit more come Monday. Or I can wait because I want to see your new cards. All right. Thumbs up. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about the Yuletide Tarot. I'm super interested as well. And like I was saying before, this is going to be a true unboxing video. And when I say true unboxing video, it is because this is sight unseen. I haven't worked with it yet. I haven't even opened it yet. This is cellophane or plastic wrapped. Okay. So let's do some ASMR shit and reveal the embroidery scissors. By the way, I have 2 pairs, maybe 3 pairs of embroidery scissors. This is I think my Pelican one. And then I also have a black pair with spiky handles. It's like my goth embroidery scissors. And then maybe I have another one. I can't remember, but I really liked using embroidery scissors with the sharp points to them, so that I can slit into the plastic around this without damaging the deck. So that's the reason why I use embroidery scissors, so that I can just lightly and gently get in there. And then if I need to, I will go down the seam like so. But I usually don't need to do more than just a slight one, and then it comes away very easily. So all right. So again, thank you to Llewellyn and Marcus for sending me out the many decks to preview and take a look at. I've already started to play with the Seaborn Kipper. If you've been following me on social media on my gram of Insta, some of the cards of the day from November have been Kipper cards. I did do a little bit of running before walking with the Kipper, and I pulled 3 cards, and then I was just like, oh, this is difficult. I don't know what to make of this. And then I read in the guidebook, it's just like, when in doubt, like pull 1 card, get to know the deck card by card before you pull multiple cards. And, you know, that's advice that I give to my tarot clients and my tarot students. But of course, I'm just like, oh no, I can just go into this completely different divination system and pull multiple cards because, like, you know, why not? No. Like I pulled it back. I followed my own advice, and then I started to work with it card by card, like shuffling and pulling a card and then examining what that card meant. And that seems to be going a little bit better. So I finally do have a Kipper deck. And if you're wondering about Kipper decks and the differences between divination systems, we do have an episode of that. Sophia of Benevolent Corvus fame came on and talked about her journey with Kipper. And she was using, I believe, the Siren Song, Lenormand, and Kipper kit, where it was a combination of a Lenormand deck and then also a Kipper deck that came along with it, because apparently the origins of Kipper was a direct response to Lenormand. So if that sounds interesting to you, we have an episode on Kipper. And I might have to go back and revisit that episode on Kipper now that I have a Kipper deck of my own. So, all right. Yuletide Tarot is open. And I've got my cellophane over here. I'm making a mess at my friend's house. Hopefully that will be okay. Let me move my phone over to here so I have room to work. So again, this is art by Erin O'Leary Brown, and the guidebook and interpretations are by Kristoffer Hughes. Okay. And it looks like it's a magnetic closure. We stand a good magnetic closure here on the Tarot by Hilary live stream. If you've watched my unboxing videos before, you know this. I am so delighted that tarot publishing companies or publishing companies that produce tarot decks have really been listening to feedback from tarot readers, whether you're a novice tarot reader, whether you just read tarot for fun, or whether you are a professional tarot reader. They've really been taking to heart some of our complaints, concerns about packaging and cardstock as well. But we'll see. I haven't touched the cards themselves yet, but this packaging is good. You don't have to move your deck into a bag or silk or whatever else in order to protect it, because most of the time now, when the packaging is when the deck is coming out, the packaging that it comes in is enough. You can return it to the original packaging and not feel like your deck is going to get foxed on the edges or ruined, which awesome. We love that. So First impressions. On the shortest day and the longest night, my gift to you is the warmth of light. Look how pretty. And please react along with me. Comment in the chat if you have any questions, or if you want to look at a specific card, or if you want to hear the snap of the magnetic closure again. So the book is on top right here. And the guide to the Yuletide Tarot is called The Magic of Midwinter, and has a little ribbon here. So we can just pull on the ribbon and take out the book, the guidebook. Ooh, this is a hefty guidebook. Okay. And then we've got the deck nestled right in here. So I'm glad I didn't put my scissors away, because I'm going to need them again. And then you've got the ribbon here. So you can use the ribbon to pull out your cards, and then you can use the ribbon again to pull out the book. New deck smell. Yeah. Princess, that's a big book. It sure is. It is. Yeah. As big as my head. So it's not quite 8.5 by 11. It's smaller than that, but it's not a little white book. Nope. And Christina says, I agree with your stance on packaging. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they're listening to us. It's really appreciated. Is it color? The guidebook? Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Hold on, let me show you. Yes, it is. It is full color. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a full color. It's a full color. It's a full color. New book smell. New deck smell. Okay. So, what was I going to say? So the back of the box says, keep the childlike wonder of midwinter burning brightly with the help of this festive deck, featuring reimagined suits of candles. Okay, pay attention. This is when the book comes in handy, okay? Because they'll usually, if it's a certain theme for a tarot deck, they may rename the suits, and the information where to find that is in the guidebook. You're going to need your guidebook just to remember. But reimagined suits, candles, so that's the wand suit. Good cheer is the cup suit. Canes is the swords. And gifts are the pentacles. The Yuletide Tarot honors this spiritual time of year while remaining true to Rider-Waite-Smith's style. Best-selling author Kristoffer Hughes' guidebook presents detailed descriptions of each card's keywords, meanings, and holiday lore, as well as 5 unique midwinter spreads that will deepen your connection to this magical season. So everything that's included in the deck is a 78-card deck and 312-page full-color guidebook. And then, of course, the packaging. Christina says, wow. I don't know if that was a reaction to the full color. Certainly was for me. Jenny says, love those boxes. They look nice on a shelf. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. And Fran says, I like the full color ones. I do too. And Christina says, wow, they doubled down on the Christmas theme. Yeah, it is. It's Christmassy. It's Yule-y. It's Christmassy. So let us look at the back. The back looks like holly and a wreath. And then the front starts with 0, the child. So the child is a reimagining of the Fool card. So let us dive into this one and Let's see. Do I need my scissors for this one? No, I don't. I got it. At least I think I got it. Maybe I don't got it. Here it is. Just a quick check-in. Can you guys hear anything going on in the background? Because my noise canceling is pretty darn good on these headphones. All right. Oh, yeah. They are free. They are released. So let's take a look through the major arcana while it is still in order. So, and then once I'm done with the major arcana, I'm going to go to the guidebook for any questions. Oh, God. Princess, yes, I can hear them. I'll have to like, shut up. I'm trying to do it. I'm working over here. Christina says, oh, good. The backs don't reveal if the cards are upright or reversed. Yeah, that's another big pet peeve of mine, too. Personal pet peeve, when the backs reveal if they'll be reversed or not. And yes, I can hear background noise, but no biggie. Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with, yeah, you can't tell. You can't tell. It's completely symmetrical so that you can't tell if it's reversed or not. I agree with you. That really pisses me off when that happens. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can hear, but it sounds like fun. It's not a problem level. I mean, I'll be joining them after I'm done with the live stream, just so you all know. In case you didn't know it, I'm a huge gamer myself, even though sometimes I feel like I'm tested on how much of a gamer I am or am not because I'm a girl. It happens. And I'm not entirely happy that I've become an Xbox console person as opposed to a PlayStation person. I'm not happy about that. But my husband has the Xbox, so it happened. Anyway. Christina says, your new deck is making me want to build a gingerbread house now. LOL. Good idea. Yes, like get ideas for the season from this deck. I'm sure that's probably a part of I'm sure that's probably a part of the guidebook. We'll take a look at the guidebook and see. Oh, Christina says, off to Michael's. And I'm a gamer too. LOL. Mortal Kombat. Yes. And Final Fantasy. Oh, you're my kind of girl, Christina. I'm so glad you happened upon this live stream. We have to talk. What's your favorite Final Fantasy before you leave? Let me know. I have to know. All right. So the child. The magus is the magician. That's really pretty. And he's looking, oh, that is really pretty. I love that one. Final Fantasy 12. Okay, cool. I of course I asked this and then I don't even consider what my answer would be. I think I'm FF6. But I did play the MMORPG, Final Fantasy. I did play that for a little while on PlayStation 2 with the external hard drive. Yeah. Beautiful artwork. Yes, I agree with you. All right. Oh, the high priestess. Oh, the high priestess is the Mary Lou. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's I think it's a Welsh thing. I'm gonna have to go back to that. But look at that. Look at the tree and then the birch tree. Oh, that's amazing. Christina says, actually, I love 7, 8, and 10, but we'll talk later. LOL. You got it. Oh, Dylan, you're here. Nick and I are watching Last Night in the House with you. Oh, honey, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm thinking about you. Moving is so tough. And I just went through it. Um, but I will be thinking about you tonight and tomorrow, and I love you so much, honey. Um, yeah, of course, right on time for the High Priestess. And yes, it's Welsh. Yeah. Yuletide Tarot. The Empress is Matrona. Beautiful. And notice where the sun is. If you're familiar with Yuletide traditions, look at the sun and that light and the child of promise. Like, oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna like absolutely fall in love with this deck. The Emperor is the Holly King. This is a very pagan deck, and I'm liking it. The Hierophant is Sinterklaas. Oh my god, guys. I didn't think I was going to like this deck. I'm going to be very frank with you guys. I didn't think I was going to like this deck, but I am just like, I am so pleasantly surprised right now. I'm so looking forward to doing card of the day pulls with this. Oh, the lovers. The lovers is mistletoe. Oh. Katie says, I'm loving these images. The artwork is gorgeous. Yeah. Erin O'Leary Brown. Amazing. Amazing. The chariot, of course. The chariot. Santa sleigh. Santa sleigh. By the way, I'm not sure when this deck is coming out. I think I got an advanced copy. So let me just quickly take a look, because I don't know where my press release went for this. It might be out now, though. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. It's out now. It was published. Publication date was July of 2023. So it's out now. Available through Llewellyn or wherever books or tarot decks are sold. So made me feel a little bit better there. Jeez. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, perfect. And it's on Bookshop as well. I'm gonna drop the link into the chat, considering everyone's just like, and please ignore any solicitation. I have a message for you, or I'm feeling drawn to you, or would you like a reading, or inbox me, or whatever. That's bullshit. I would never do that to you. But unfortunately, there are certain spammers and scammers that are very attracted to my live stream that like to try and pull that shit. And yeah, so not a fan of that. Usually we have our moderator Sophia in the chat fixing that, but please just go ahead and ignore, and I will ban those people or block those people or report those people later. Okay. So the link to this deck in Bookshop is right here. It's in the chat. Dylan is reporting the comments right now and serving wearing the moderator hat for this episode as much as possible, while also oohing and eyeing at these images. So where were we? The chariot. So Santa's sleigh. Oh, strength. So instead of the whole lion, Leo, you've got this. Oh, he's so cute. Thank you, Christina. I know who's genuine in our community and who isn't. Yeah. But some people don't, unfortunately. So it's like a constant education, basically. Number 9. So this would be the Hermit. The Hermit is Father Christmas. Of course, that lantern light is always there in the Hermit. The Wheel of the Year is the Wheel of Fortune. Half frozen in snow. I kind of like this Justice card. Check it out. It's a little boy receiving coal. At least that's what I think it looks like. Like that. The Hanged Man. That's an interesting depiction of the Hanged Man, because look at all of the different fruits. But then look at the cold, cold snow on the ground. And then he's dropping the seeds. Yeah, Christina says, wow, I'm surprised by this deck too. It's very pagan. I thought it was going to be commercial Christmassy, and it is not. It is truly the Yuletide Tarot. It truly is Yule. It's amazing. Yeah, Dylan says some of the images are giving me tingles down the spine. Like that, like this hang. I don't know if I like this hanged man or not, but like there's something about this hanged man that's very powerful. A definitely emphasis on sacrifice as well. Like I feel like he's almost like nurturing the tree that he's hanging from. Very like eerie, but also very powerful. Death. Notice the sign in the background, the rose and crown. That's cool. That's cool. For me, it's not a death card without that white rose in it. So there's the appearance of the white rose just in an unexpected place. Christina says someone needs to bring the hanged man to North Face and buy him a coat. He drank too much eggnog at the Christmas party. I like the color commentary you're providing. So this is Temperance, renamed to Balance. Mm-hmm. All right, I've got to go one back. Yeah, that death card, like the ghost of Christmas yet to come from A Christmas Carol. Yeah, I think that's what they were going for. Mm-hmm. Balance. The devil card is Krampus. Oh, okay. The devil card is Krampus. Oh my god, I love it. Yes way. Yes way. Oh, I'm so excited. And the tower is the lightning tree. So it's literally a Christmas tree or a Yule tree, all ornaments on it, but being struck by lightning. Yeah, Katie says these choices of characters are wonderful. I agree. I agree. And Fran says that's a good Krampus. It is. My judgment of Krampus is it has to have a long tongue. Long long horns, long tongue. The star. The moon. Trying to tilt it so that you can actually see the images instead of the glare off of the images because these are glossy. They're glossy and the cardstock is pretty good, I would say. It's not flimsy. These feel good. The sun. Oh, just like for a second there, I was just like, okay, what comes after the sun? And it's judgment. So judgment has been renamed the list. Like talk about being on theme, but also not being like cheesy about it. Okay. By the way, if you look closely, um, so it's like almost like a little Easter egg in here, looking at the different names. Um, so the artist's name is Erin, and the author's name is Kristoffer, and both of them are on the naughty list. That's cute. Mm-hmm. Almost a midnight sun feel to that sun. I agree. Christina says clever the list, yeah. And Dylan says love that rename of Judgment. I agree. And Fran's laughing at the little Easter egg there. And then finally, the world. Oh my God, guys! What a beautiful major arcana! And I am delighted to say that because this is based on Rider Waite Smith, there is a story in every card of the minor arcana. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Because I am getting sick and tired of non illustrated pips in the minor arcana. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the court cards. Yeah, me too. I might have to skip ahead and see what the court cards look like. But first, let's go to the guidebook. And yet again, please ignore any requests for like inmax me for a private reading now, etc., etc. It's bullshit. They do not have an important message for you. That's psychic diarrhea if they do. Um, and at best, it's psychic diarrhea, and at worst, it's a scam. So just don't fall for it. All right. So, um, Dylan says, shocked at how much they put into this. Yeah, this is amazing. It really, really. Katie says, yes, more illustrations. Jenny says, so cool. I agree. And I'm sorry, Christina. I have too many tarot and oracle decks. This deck is tempting me to purchase this deck now. I'm sorry. I will always be a tarot or cartomancy or oracle card magpie, and I definitely enable other people to be the same way. Like, do you need more than one tarot deck? No. Do you like it? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna get into the minor arcana. I just had to stop because I wanted to take a look at the guidebook. Yes, we will. We are. We are. Temptation. Yeah, add it to your Christmas list. Add it to your Yule list, right? All right. So I wanted to go in here and I wanted to look specifically. I wanted to see what they talk about. Oh. So Kristoffer Hughes is Welsh. So that makes sense. Um, Also, the creator of the Celtic Tarot also makes sense. Um, so here you go. So the introduction to this deck, which maybe should have been where I started, but oh wells. I have always loved midwinter celebrations that warm the heart and body. From the hope of the winter solstice and the rebirth of the sun, to the parades and rituals that punctuate the darkest night, to the family gathering on Christmas Day, I love all of them and look forward to their arrival. In the deepest and darkest time of the year, humans gather together to celebrate hope, warmth, and light. Distant ancestors huddle together against the biting cold and intense darkness to share stories of perils and wonders. As a species, we have not changed that much. While our technologies have advanced, many still crave the warmth of the season and the feelings that it evokes within us. It is a time where we can suspend disbelief, cynicism, and doubt as we gather together in a diverse range of traditions, spiritualities, and religious and secular expressions. The season holds an intrigue and magic for different peoples, regardless of their chosen path. No single culture or religion has the overall claim for the traditions of midwinter. Instead, it is a glorious fusion and sharing of ideas and philosophies. For many in the Western world, it is the secular festival of Christmas that they celebrate, and whilst that term carries the name of the Christ child, it is devoid of any religiosity for millions of people. For others, it is a deeply spiritual time of year where the principles of hope, goodwill, and light are celebrated and honored. That guidebook is huge. I want this deck. Well, you can borrow it. see if you want it for yourself. You can borrow it. And this is lovely. They actually have a list of all of the renaming too, with keywords as well. Traditional name, Yuletide Tarot name, and keyword. Beautiful. I'm okay. So totally going to buy it though. So each card will have a description, keywords, a description, divinatory meaning, and reverse meaning. Each and every card. That's the reason why this book is so thick. It's because every single card, not just the major arcana, the minor arcana will have a description, divinatory meaning, and reverse meaning. Each and every one. Yes. No little white book here. Mm-hmm. And I am wondering here. Yeah, the Mary Lude. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that. is a Welsh midwinter custom of bardic battle where the skull of a horse atop a white robe is animated and carried from house to house and pub to pub. She is paradoxically fabulous and terrifying all at the same time. That's really cool. By the way, I'm referring to... Oh, I'm already dropping cards. That one right there. Please don't fall. My Empress card fell. And I don't want to pick it up with my foot, so... Okay. By the way, I mentioned before that my back is killing me. Now my knees are also killing me. All right. Where were we? So that's the major arcana. Shall we delve flashcard style into the minor arcana? Right, exactly. That's where it comes from. Singing for your supper. Mm-hmm. Okay. Speaking of that, I'm getting hungry. All right. Ace of Candles. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't even realize this. So normally, how a deck is packaged is usually major arcana and then each of the suits in order. And then within the suit, ace through 10, and then the core cards. But this one is all of the aces first, and then it looks like it goes from there. All of the aces first, all of the twos first, all of the threes, fours, fives, and so on. That's really cool. I like that. I might prefer that. Because most of the time that's not how it's packaged, but I like that. So Katie is making requests. I was going to suggest a couple of minor cards like the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Mm-hmm. And Jenny wants to take a good look at the Queen of Pentacles. Got it. Flashcard style. Ace of Candles. Ace of Good Cheer. I want that right now. Ace of Canes. Ace of Gifts. Two of Candles. 2 of Good Cheer. So that's the Good Cheer is cups. 2 of Canes. So 2 of Swords. 2 of Gifts. 3 of Candles. You can see how the Rider-Waite-Smith sensibility is within these images, because this is the 3 of Wands. I get it. I see it. If you're familiar with Rider-Waite-Smith, you'll be able to pick up this deck pretty quickly. 3 of Good Cheer. 3 of Canes. So that's 3 of Swords. Mm-hmm. It is very similar to Rider-Waite-Smith. Mm-hmm. 3 of Gifts. 4 of Candles. Four of Good Cheer. That's an interesting one. 4 of Canes. 4 of Gifts. If you've ever seen 4 of Pentacles as the Miser card, like, oh, okay. Yep. 5 of Candles. 5 of Good Cheer. 5 of Canes. Otherwise known as this kid is a little shit. Yes, correct. So instead of a broken heart, we're dealing with a broken mushroom. 5 of Gifts. 6 of Candles. 6 of Good Cheer. 6 of Canes. So that the traveling ship kind of thing. I couldn't help it, Christina. That kid is a little shit. He was a little shit. 6 of Gifts. 7 of Candles. 7 of Good Cheer. 5 of Gifts is almost exactly RWS. 7 of Canes. Oh, that's some smart artistry right there. Hoarding all of the candy canes so nobody else can have them. Very 7 of Swordsy kind of thing. Very tricksy. 7 of Gifts. 8 of Candles. 8 of Good Cheer. I don't know. This feels like a little too much good cheer here. 8 of Canes. Someone's got to call North Face and get her a jacket as well, while you're getting one for the Hangman. 8 of Gifts. 9 of Candles. Oof. I have had that experience before. 9 of Good Cheer. Dylan says, I love the RWB-ness of this deck. I know we're all saying the same thing, but it's just so great the way they illustrated this. Yeah, it's like, it's almost as if they've taken the RWS and made it modern and then put the Yuletide spin on it. Like that's very hard to do. So I'm really impressed by this deck. Like I said it before. I don't know if you were tuning in at the time, but I was just like, I thought I wasn't going to like this deck, but I am really pleasantly surprised. Christina says that's the Hanged Man before he stripped and ran out into the snow. The 8 of Good Cheer, is it? Yeah. Yeah. The 8 of Good Cheer had too much good cheer. Yes. Katie says, impressive spin on this card. Maybe the Eight of Canes is his girlfriend and they drink too much good cheer. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Nine of Canes. So 9 of Swords. So you still got that bedspread in there. You've still got that nightmares energy. Honestly, if you're anything like me and you eat candy in bed, nope, we're here. We're at the 9s right now, hon. Here, let me go back. There we go. 9 of Candles. Nine of Good Cheer. Like, party's over. 9 of Canes. I don't know about you, but if I eat candy too late at night, I will have nightmares. Don't eat candy in bed. And then finally, the 9 of Gifts. All right. 10 of Candles. So 10 of Wands. I think she must be looking at all the receipts from her purchases this season. 10 of Good Cheer. So that would be 10 of Cups. And not only, okay, riddle me this. Look at this. I have to point this out. I think, hold on a second. That would have been really cool, but it's not, but it's close. So look at this. The mistletoe of the lovers. Look at that. Okay. And then look at the 10 of Good Cheer. For a second there, I thought it was that same couple, just from a different angle. It may be, but they might be wearing different outfits. I don't know, but I thought that was really cool. All right. 10 of Good Cheer. 10 of Canes. 10 of Gifts. All right, now we're moving into the court cards. Yeah, it might be. It might be the same couple as the 2 of Lovers, or the two of Good Cheer, 2 of Cups. Yeah, I know. Poor Frosty. All right, so getting into the court cards, we've got the Kings. I guess the Kings are starting off first, and then the pages will be last. So, King of Candles, King of Good Cheer, King of Canes, King of Gifts. Queen of Candles, Queen of Good Cheer, ooh, I'm a sucker for the Queen of Swords, and this deck is no exception. Queen of Canes, Queen of Gifts, Knight of Candles, Knight of Good Cheer, Knight of Canes, Knight of Gifts. I know, they're beautiful. They're beautiful court cards. And actually, I'm noticing something about the court cards, and you probably have picked up on this too, but there's definitely parallels in each of the different court cards. So let's finish up with the court cards, and then I'll show you what I mean. So Page of Candles, Page of Good Cheer, Page of Canes, and Page of Gifts. So, yeah, Christina says, yeah, I see it. So if you look, and I'm going to probably end up jumbling up my court cards now, but we've gone through them all, so it's not a huge deal. But the different scenes, it's literally, so like I'm going to grab out the King of Candles, the Queen of Candles, the Knight of Candles. I feel like I'm playing Go Fish here, and the Page of Candles. Okay. And this is where I noticed it first, and then I started to notice it on the other ones. Yeah, a little, but you know, we might only be noticing this because we're doing it in order, but as you start to work with the deck and you're going to see the different combinations, maybe it won't feel so same when I'm actually working with the deck. So I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, but here, look. So the King and the Queen are each in the chair. Okay. The Knight is next to the chair. Ooh. And the Page is lighting the candles. And we could play Go Fish with tarot cards. But I noticed that. So that's going to be true of the court cards of this deck. So same thing with King of Good Cheer. It looks like they're all in the kitchen. So like here, we've got the King of Good Cheer with the paper crown on. That is traditionally coming out of a Christmas cracker. And you have to wear the paper crown. So there's the King and the Queen of Good Cheer in the same space. And then you also have the Knight of Good Cheer right there. And you have the Page of Good Cheer. So it's like the Page seems to be the most actively participating with the element of that suit. I don't know. I think that's really interesting. All right. That would be fun, Christina. What, playing Go Fish with tarot cards? All right. So I'm putting these back in it's not going to be in order now, but whatever. I'm going to have to shuffle them up anyway. So now you've seen all of the cards, and I don't normally show all 7 to 8 cards of a deck, but you guys wanted to see it and you guys were requesting it. So I went ahead and did it. So feedback, thoughts. Dylan says, which makes sense since the Page is a herald of a message or something. Yeah. And the nice consistency across the card images. Candle court cards made me think of a family, and the Good Cheer made me think that they're all at a party. Yeah. Or they're all in the same room. Super interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this up, or start to shuffle this up. Might have to make a messy pile. But now that I've seen all of them, and I'm sure the guidebook has some kind of story around it too. In fact, let's take a look, shall we? So I'm going to go to the King of Candles. The court cards only have one page. Doesn't really say anything specifically about the associations between the court cards, but that's not to say that it's not in here. It's a big guidebook, so it may say something to that effect in the front. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to really mention it. Christina says, could it be possible that the lovers and the couple from the Six of Good Cheer, or whatever which one had the same couple, are the same, but in the six, that's them when they were younger? Just a personal observation. Yeah, that could be it too. I really like minor arcana suits that like have that thread of a story running through them, so that you can see the progression of like the start of something in the aces, the discomfort of the fives, the eventual success of the nines or the tens. I enjoy seeing that kind of progression. And I think really powerful tarot decks do that and take that into account and really show that artistically. All right. Should we do a mid-episode reading, or how's everyone feeling? Because I don't know if I necessarily want to do a mid-episode reading, because I'm getting really kind of pissy at the amount of spammers that are in the chat right now. And I don't want it to spoil it for everything, but that's just totally how I feel right now. All right, mid-episode reading then. Let's do it. So mid-episode reading is basically you comment something nice in the chat. I'm going to put on the comment snake and the lottery jar. Basically, you put your comments into the chat, and then you will automatically put your image into the lottery jar, and then we'll pull. Yes. Are they on the Book of Face? Yeah, I think so. I think it's all been Book of Face. There's one particular one that comments on the two of you, but I haven't seen them. And I also like automatically immediately report them. So. Oh, Zuri's here. Hi, Zuri. Welcome. I could do a generalized reading to get to know your cards. Actually, I might start tomorrow. Instead of just pulling a card of the day, I might do a 3-card reading. with this deck to start us off. So Dylan says, I want to be part of this gloriousness. Aw, Katie, we only want Hilary for our readings. Go away, spammers. Thank you, Dylan, for your administration and reporting. By the way, if you don't know it, Dylan is my bestie, my real life bestie. Like wifey for lifey. So yeah, like I know she's got my back right now. I know this pisses her off to no end. And Christina says, don't worry about the spammers. We can give them eggnog and send them to Krampus. I don't know. I think Krampus might be too good for them. Or the Grinch can steal them away. Dylan says Krampus is too good for them. Ooh. So Christina asks, just out of curiosity, would you ever design your own deck someday? I would like to. I don't think I necessarily have the artistic talent, but I definitely have ideas of what I would want to see in a tarot deck. What makes the high priestess for me, what makes the magician card for me, what makes the three of swords for me. So I have definite ideas. When that would happen, I don't know. I did just recently last year publish my first book, How to Read Tarot. That was through Flame Tree Publishing, which is a publisher in the UK. You can find it wherever you get books, probably not on a large internet site that has the same name as a rainforest, because there were issues with distribution, and people that pre-ordered my book through there ended up getting canceled and never receiving it. So, check different distributors for your books. How to Read Tarot, Hilary Perry Haggerty. Yeah. Aw, Fran says, we all need friends to have our backs. The Grinch it is, yeah. You could start with an Oracle deck. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. And I'm never saying never. I never will say never. I didn't even know that my first book was going to be my first book. So I know it's in me. I know I've got a book in me because that happened already. And I know I've got another book in me. And I'm sure I have a couple decks in me too. All right. Shall we pick a winner? Winner, chicken dinner? Is everyone in that wants to be considered for a reading with the Yuletide Tarot? Because I figured we should just pull 3 cards from the Yuletide Tarot. Get us started. All right. Cerise says, if I ever made an Oracle deck, it would end up being 300 cards. I can feel that. All right. All right. Contest is now closed. Let me turn this off. Let me do this. And let us pick a winner. Fran is the winner. So, Fran, you have been selected for the mid-episode reading. So you know the drill by now. I'm pretty sure you know the drill right now. Please go ahead and put your question into the chat, and I will pull 3 cards. And you know what? Dealer's choice. Well, not dealer's choice, your choice. If you want to be read from the Yuletide Tarot, let me know. If you want to be read from the Reflective Tarot, which is basically a Rider-Waite-Smith based deck, let me know as well. And if you do choose to be read from the Yuletide Tarot, I will be using my own intuition and impressions based on my knowledge of tarot. And then I will also be consulting with the companion book because I'm always interested in what the artistic reason for depicting a card in the way it depicted is, and sometimes they share that in the companion book. So and the mid-episode reading is kind of like 3/4 of the way reading, because I'm already looking at the time and realizing, oh, I probably should wrap this up soon. The night's not getting earlier, and I'm not getting younger. So Fran says, yeah, let's use the Yuletide so we can see how it plays. All right, and what's your question? And I'm just going to keep on shuffling. And I'm actually going to do a couple of reversals in there. So how I add reversals to a deck when I'm first starting working with it: split it, flip it, put it back together, and then shuffle. And do that a couple of times. It's a good way to get reversals into your deck. If you want to read with reversals, you don't have to read with reversals if you don't want to. It's a completely personal decision. When I started learning tarot when I was 16, I thought in order to be a real reader, you have to read with reversals. So that's why I read with reversals. But if I had known then what I know now, I might not have. Oh boy, is this the question? Will I be able to find a new divination device? My pendulum broke this week. Well, okay, thoughts on that before I actually pull the cards. Before I get distracted. Thoughts on that is whatever your pendulum was made of, just think of it as it took the hit for you. So it could have been that something could have whacked you and instead the pendulum took the hit. That's one interpretation of it. And then we'll ask your actual question, which is, will I be able to find a new divination device? And Chris, what I laughed at was Christina saying that shuffle sound is pure ASMR. It's actually funny that you say that. One of my friends said, have you considered doing ASMR? Because I think you would have a good voice for it. And I'm just like, I don't see that in myself, but then again, you don't have to have a good voice for ASMR. You can just hold things up to the microphone and whisper. All right, Fran's question is, will I be able to find a new divination device? I think so, but not right away. And it's almost like when you least expect it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you're getting, I thought I shuffled thoroughly. Maybe I need to shuffle a little bit more. But you are getting 2 out of the 3 cards are major arcana cards, and one of them is the Hanged Man. And so what I was saying before I started like really shuffling and thinking about your question about like your pendulum took the hit for you. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of the Hanged Man. Like that sacrifice. Like I feel like your pendulum sacrificed itself, for something greater. So I think, so there's that. And then there's also the lightning tree. So you did get the tower as well. So to me, it's just like, I would actually examine, before you move on to finding a new divination device, I would examine your broken pendulum if you still can. If you've already thrown it out, like, never mind. But if you can remember exactly how it broke and the way in which it broke, that can be a divination device too. The reason why I'm saying that is because of the lightning tree. Look at that. So it's just like, I feel like there was almost some kind of divination message in the breaking of the pendulum, where it was like, if it broke cleanly in half, it might be that something that you were asking about, you have a divided mind on, or you're like, you could go one of two ways and it's very hard for you to make a decision which way you're going to go. So it's just like, use the breaking of the pendulum. One, it took the hit for you. And two, use the breaking of it as a divination device in the meantime, before you move on to the next one. All right. So initial reads. You got the 5 of candles, you got the Hanged Man, you've got the lightning tree. So five of candles is 5 of wands, Hanged Man, tower. Okay. To the guidebook we go. And by the way, I can appreciate that in here, it also has general information about the 5s and then goes into details about each of them. So the 5s, in the 4s, the elemental energies of the suits find their expression and manifestation. For them to be healthy and dynamic, that energy needs to be in constant flow. The 5s restrict and control that flow and at times break it down in challenging and difficult ways. There's nothing easy or straightforward about the energy of the 5s. No shit. They all represent a crisis where the stable forces we met in the 4s are questioned and brought under strain and jeopardy. Beware the fearful 5s, but take heart that in their challenging gaze, we might learn valuable lessons. So the 5 of candles is competition, unpredictability, discord, and arguments. By the way, all of these cards are upright, not reversed. So I did shuffle in reversals, but there happened to be coming up upright. The harmonious family scene that we saw in the 4 of candles has now transformed into a less than joyous image. The feast is over, and the flow of celebration has been temporarily stemmed by quarrel, competition, or other conflict. As is often the case in so many festive experiences, the heat of tension can run as a bubbling undercurrent with only a temporary truce being maintained. This is difficult to maintain and takes energy and time. It is exhausting. We may strive for attention. Who will give the best and the biggest gift? The competition is equally as draining. What joy the festivities held has been diminished by the lack of leadership or strong personalities all vying for attention. Now, the Hanged Man. Hanged Man, sacrifice, of course, surrender, and illumination. In this card, we meet 2 important figures in the development of Yuletide traditions. The first is the Tree of Life, the tree of all trees, the Axis Mundi. In mythology, it bears 1,000 names, one of which is Yggdrasil. All trees are connected to the single world tree, and the cosmos spins into being around it. Notice how the tree bears a host of different fruits from a variety of trees. It is simultaneously an oak, a pine, and a pear, to name but a few. So this is Odin, or supposed to be Odin. Okay. So I know you weren't asking about specific, like, I know you're saying, will I be able to find a new divination device because your pendulum broke? I feel like this is a sign to work with runes because of the association of Odin hanging on the world tree and his sacrifice. I think that this is like the origin story of how the runes came to be, I believe. So you may want to consider working with runes or working with the imagery of runes. Just doing some research into runes. It might not be where you necessarily land, but I would look into it. In the guise of the hanged man, it is Odin who hangs from the great tree of life, and in doing so, he teaches us about the nature of sacrifice, meaning to make something sacred, and of letting go. When we sacrifice and give of ourselves with deep intent and integrity, enlightenment or illumination can be gleaned, but the process itself may well be painful or uncomfortable. That hanged man asks you to look at things from a totally different perspective. There are times when admitting defeat is not giving up. It is simply understanding that things are as they are, and being willing to let go is powerful action. The nature of sacrifice is fickle, but sometimes we need to be willing to make sacrifices of our time and commitments in order for the flow of intention to be maintained. In giving of yourself, you will gain a new perspective. And then finally, the lightning tree, sudden change, downfall, and release. The divinatory meaning is for something new to occur, there must be a clearing of the old. You may feel as if the very foundations of your world are being shaken to the core, in which case it will be impossible for you to erect something new. It will simply fall down again. You are not prepared for a sudden change, and it has taken you by surprise. It is easy to fall into feelings of victimhood, but avoid this if you can. On the other hand, the lightning can represent a flash of inspiration that rocks your world and steers you in a new direction that is simultaneously exciting and terrifying. It's almost like don't run out and get another pendulum, because I feel like that pendulum will also break. Okay. So Fran says the chain snapped deep in the frame. It's a stone with a cap on top, and the chain broke out of the cap. Makes a lot of sense and plays with my full moon tarot reading I did and didn't connect the two until you put it together. You're welcome. You're welcome. That last card's descriptions sound accurate. Yeah. Well then, I guess the Yuletide Tarot works. Thank you to Fran. Oh, I just pulled it. This is just like, it wants to talk. It just keeps flying out of my hands. Fortunately, I don't have to get on my knees to get that one. The Six of Candles flew out of the deck. So I'm going to take that as a good sign, because the Six of Wands is often called the Lord of Victory in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. So, you know, I think this is still for you, Fran. I think you're going to get a new divination system, but it's going to be different than the pendulum. Yeah, good job. Good job, Yuletide Tarot. All right, shall we do the weekend forecast? Because I am hungry. And I'm thinking we might get White Castle tonight. I'm thinking of that. Oh, how did I shuffled that in wrong. I shuffled in the tower facing up. Silly me. Hopefully I didn't do that with the rest of the cards, did I? Did I? No. Okay, good. All right. Oh, thank you, Christina. I meant you too. Thank you. Dylan says, yes, please do the weekend forecast. I hope tomorrow is good because that's our moving day. I know, honey. I know, and I'm hoping that too. Actually, let's pull from, I could have sworn that I brought an oracle deck with me, and I didn't. I brought my Rider-Waite-Smith. Actually, let's go with Rider-Waite-Smith, shall we? But stay there. Christina says, this is my first time joining you live. I like your wittiness. Thank you for having me. Oh, thank you. That's such a nice compliment. Well, welcome. Join us again next week, Fridays, 6:30 to or 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this every Friday when I can. So, oh, Dylan's just like, as if I don't already subscribe to Teresa. Yeah, true, but it's different, Well, thank you all for joining me in exploring and unboxing the Yuletide Tarot. I'm very pleased. I am pleasantly surprised. I like it. I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. So, like, I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm sorry. Right. Fran says, Fran and Katie both say, come again. It's a fun place. Yes. Yeah. Join us again next week. All right. In the box you go. Box. Get in there. I don't want to hurt you guys. All right. Into the box. And I love the magnetic closure. What can I say? All right. Let me pull out my trusty reflective tarot and let us do a one card for the weekend forecast. Let me go ahead and take that down. Let me go ahead and take the comments down. All right. Oh, Christina says, cool. I'll message you someday for a reading and to talk Final Fantasy. Don't worry, my question won't be based on wanting to explore the Great Crystal or the giant worm boss. Forget its actual name. Oh my God. That boss was such a pain in the freaking ass. Oh my God. I've actually been playing, I don't know if you're familiar with the Diablo franchise, but I've been playing Diablo 4 and it's been like months since I've gone back to I've just stopped playing it. And I just saw one of my friends beat Lilith. And I'm just like, oh man, I have to get back into that. I have to get back into that game again. So it's just like, I need to get back to my gamer roots. But yeah, where to find me? By the way, if you're wondering, tarotbyhilary.com, that is where to find me. If you want to email me or message me, email me, Hilary@tarotbyhilary. That is my, Hilary@tarotbyhilary.com is my email address. And then you can feel free to message me here on the Book of Face or even the Tube of You. I'm sure I get messages there, or you can follow me on Instagram, Tarot by Hilary. Okay. Weekend forecast. So what do we most need to know for this weekend? What do we most need to know for this weekend? What do we most need to know for this weekend? Besides all the astrology that we got from the AstroBiz Digest, right? Oh, Ace of Cups. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think that's a really, really good card to get for this weekend. So a couple of different things from the Ace of Cups. A reminder to be more loving and more caring and more empathetic to yourself and to others. Be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. You have no idea what other people are going through. So just be kind. There's a difference between nice and kind. Okay. Being kind doesn't mean that you're a doormat. Being kind is being respectful of other people's emotions. What is it? Do no harm, but take no shit. And the Ace of Cups, the aces of the tarot are about new beginnings, the potential of that suit. And this is the potential for love, for emotional connection, filling up your own well, making sure that you're filling up your own emotional well, because you cannot give from a sense of lack. And I think it's a really good sign for Dylan's move. I think this is great. Just remember to be gentle with yourself, especially with the astrology that we found out about for Sunday. It might be a little bit difficult on Sunday. It might be hard. So just remember, like, before you speak, ask yourself, is it kind? Is it necessary to say the things that you want to say? Like, I would be careful with what you're speaking, because your thoughts become words, and words are powerful, and you're speaking your life into existence. So be careful what you say. There you go. Ace of Cups for this weekend's forecast. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for diving into the Yuletide Tarot with me. And this is going to be the deck of the month for card of the day pulls. So if you want to follow along, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Tarot by Hilary for those card of the days. And then also, if you want to follow along with me for my tapping advent calendar on the major arcana themes. I'm doing that on my tapping Instagram. That is Tapping by Hilary. So it's either Tarot by Hilary or Tapping by Hilary. I am not that creative with names. So we just did for December 1st, tapping on themes around the Fool card. So that is available on my tapping right now. Oh, thank you. Refill. That's really funny, because the Ace of Cups is usually like the hands. So like, this is literally Ace of Cups that just happened. I wasn't ready for a refill yet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy that you guys got to tune in tonight. And I hope your move goes well. I know it will. I love you. I love you both so much. And I love the, say hi to, give all the love to my kitty stepchildren. Christina says, this was really fun. Good night, Hilary. Good night. Fran says, have a great week, everybody. See you all next Friday. And Dylan says, tapping with tarot is so perfect. It really, really is. Like, Dylan knows. Like, I took her through it. Like, we did a tarot reading, and then we did a tapping immediately on all of the themes. And it was really powerful. It's a really powerful combination. And if you want to try it out, you can do it with me for free over on my tapping Instagram. So check that out. So some of you I might see tomorrow morning when we tap on the themes of the Magician. So I'm planning on doing that around 11:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when I can. So tune in then, and I will try and put up reminders. And Kitty also says, thank you, Hilary. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Okay, bye. And if you want to book a reading with me, tarotbyhilary.com. That's where you can find me. All right. Have a good one. And once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and a fabulous week. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Remember that Ace of Cups, you can't give from emptiness. Make sure you fill yourself up first. Okay? All right. Bye.